In this video, we're going to show you how to add the Techo Bloc images to the Pro Landscape image library. We're also going to show you how to add the Techo Bloc hatch patterns to the planner program. Okay, so we first need to determine which version of Pro Landscape that you are currently running. Now, to find that, you can go into the planner program, and under the Help menu, you can go to About Pro Landscape Planner, and then it'll show you the version number here. So on this one, I'm on version 23. Okay, if you're doing this from Image Editor, you can open the Image Editor and go to Help, About Pro Landscape Image Editor, and you'll see the same version number there. Okay, so if you're on version 24, which is the most current version of Pro Landscape, then you'll just run the update, and then it's going to do pretty much everything for you. It will add the images and add the hatch patterns to the library, and you won't really have to do a whole lot other than run the update. Now, when we say the hatch library over here in Planner, you're going to see in Planner there's currently around 400 different hatch patterns. You're going to get another 200 that are from the Techo Bloc pattern library. Okay, so let's go ahead and close the Planner program. Now, if we have an older version of Pro Landscape, like version 23 and lower, then we'll need to do a little bit extra to add the images to the library, and that's what the main part of the video is going to show you how to do. Okay, so let's first go into my downloads folder. So I'm going to go click on the yellow folder at the bottom of my Windows desktop, which is the File Explorer. Okay, I'll open that up and I'll select my downloads folder. Now, I've previously downloaded the Techo Bloc Pro Landscape image update. We can get that from either the Techo Bloc website or the Pro Landscape website. So when I double click that to run it, okay, if I'm on version 24, it's going to run through here and do pretty much everything that I need to, but on previous versions it's going to take a little more work here. So let's go ahead and let this complete. It should just take a few seconds. Okay, so there it is finished. What we'll do next is we need to open a couple of files that we've put on here. So what I'm going to do is on the left side of the Windows Explorer, I'm going to go in and select under this PC, I'll go into the C drive, and then I'll go into Users, and then Public, and Public Documents. Okay, and then we'll go into Pro Landscape, and then Images. Okay, so again, that's this PC, the C drive, Users, Public, Documents, Pro Landscape, and Images. So in here, there's a couple files that are just simple text files. I'm going to open those up. So if I, let's see, I'll go ahead and select both of them, right-click and open. Okay, so I have two basic text files here. So these text files are showing me the file names that we're going to, or the object names that we're going to use to put these files into the database. Okay, so these are the file names, these are the object names. Okay, so I'll open up Image Editor. Okay, here I'm just going to select Start Drawing Immediately to give me a blank background. And then we're going to go into the database. I'll go to Tools, Edit Database and Prices. Okay, in the database, I'm going to select the Paver tab. Okay, and then we're going to go down. We will be updating both the Paver patterns and the wall patterns. Okay, it's going to be the same regardless of which one I do, but I want to make sure that I put the proper patterns in the proper libraries. Okay, so the first one that I have here, these are going to be pavers. Okay. All right, so I'm going to select the paver pattern library. And I'm going to open this up to expand that window there. Okay, and I will right click here on Paver Patterns at the top and select Add Object. Okay, so now it's going to want the common name, and then it will also want a SKU number. Okay, so I'm going to jump back over here to my text file. I'm going to select this first one. I'm going to press Control-C on the keyboard to copy that text. Okay, and then I'm going to go back over to this window and I'm going to paste this text in here like so. Okay, now the SKU number needs to be something. So what I'll do here is I'll put in TB01 and then I'll click OK. Okay, so you'll see over here it now has added that new object, but it doesn't have an image linked to it. So I'm going to double click on that to open it up. Okay, and I'll go over here to the image tab. Now all of these are going to be blank. Okay, so let me jump back over here to my spreadsheet. Let's go ahead and pull that down so I can see both of those. Okay, so this is the file that I'm looking for, this TB25. So I'll click to assign, and then I'll scroll down until I get into the TBs here. Okay, so there it is. I'll select it, click open. Okay, now this particular one I have 2 different images for. Some of the others I have 4 and 5 images for. These are all in groups. Okay, so since this is the same name, I'm going to come up here, and on the second position I'm going to click to assign. Okay, and then I'll slide down to the TB25s. And I'm going to select the next one, which is here. Okay, so I've got the 2 images. Now that one's complete. So what I'll do next is I'll just repeat the process over and over. So I'll select the Paver Patterns, right click, Add Object. Okay, it's going to want a new name. So I'll come in and select the Allegro, right click and copy, or I can press Control-C. And then I go up here and I can either press Control-V or I'll paste, right click and paste. Go to the SKU number, just call that TB02, and OK. Again, it says image not available, so I'll double click on it. Okay, it also automatically went to that, so we'll go ahead and scroll down so I get to the first Allegro there. Okay, again, I had several of them there, so I can just click to assign until I get all of them in there. Okay, so there's the second. Third. And the final one. Okay, all right, so that I've got now 2 different types of blocks set up in 6 different varieties there. So what you'll do is just repeat that process for everything on that text file, and then when you get into the program you should have those images available to you. Okay, now if I jump back over, let's see, let me jump back over to the Planner program. Okay, and if I go into my Hatch library now, I should see the new Hatch patterns. Okay, so I'll just scroll over, keep going. Okay, so all of the ones that start with TB01, those are going to be the new Techo Bloc Hatch patterns. Okay, now if you have any questions or have any problems on installing the image library or the pattern library, feel free to give Pro Landscape support a call, and we can get you through the process. Now keep in mind that version 24 is going to install everything for you. You won't really have to do anything other than run the update. Then version 23 and lower will install the images into the proper folders, and then it also installs those 2 text files that I was showing you. and then you'll need to manually add those images to the database. Now, if you have a version 25, which is not yet released, it will automatically have the Techo Bloc images and hatch patterns in the library, so this won't be necessary for version 25 and higher. Okay, thank you for listening.